Salutations, everyone. We've got some exciting stuff coming up on this. We have a first for this edition of Do or Do Not. Like I said, I promised that we would review a video game. So thank you to the wonderful folks over at Koei for sending this out for this review copy. We have Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. And the first is, this is a do not. Seriously, do not buy this game. Do not let someone give you this game. Do not even accept money in order for someone to give you this game. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't even want to next. Okay, well, it's a fighting game. Apparently, it's in the line of other Fists of the North. I don't even remember. Like, I looked it up on Wikipedia and I had never heard about it, and I could care less about the storyline, and the storyline was horrible, and the fighting mechanics were not good at all. Like, just I go back to the statement that if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, but this is the internet, so I can say mean things if I want to. So I was going to try to come up with something nice to say about this game, but sorry, not going to happen. It just, the fighting's horrible. It's button mashy, which can be good and whatever. And I read a walkthrough only because I started playing, and I got to like level 4 just because I was like, I feel obligated at least to play through enough of this game to whatever. And I got stuck on this boss because it was dumb and all the other bosses have been good. And I read this walkthrough, and this guy was like, I don't know why you would still be playing this game at this point, but for whatever reason, here's the answer to your question. So, what I want to talk about it in some redeeming quality. So that's your do not buy this game or give it. If you hate someone, do give this game to someone else. But I want to talk about the old school fighting games that I miss, like Double Dragon and, you know, like Streets of Rage. Like, there was something good about these games. Like, they were simple. Fist of the North Star, it just gets too complicated. You can't do simple things, and I love games where you get surrounded by a bunch of people and theoretically you have the strength and the power to go at it and just cream all these guys, but here, like, you get surrounded with a bunch of guys and you can hit half of them, and then I want to punch in another direction and I can't punch behind, and you're supposed to pick up items and the camera controls are, I face the direction I want to pick up and throw something, and I pick it up and I'm facing the other direction, so I have to like move my fingers off one control to another to like turn around to throw it at the thing that I was meant to, and I'm dead by that anyways. Back to like just Double Dragon, it was good. Like NES, you know, 2 buttons, you do kicks and punch, and it got a little more complicated when you could do the jumpy spin kick thing, but it was still good. Streets of Rage, fun, good fighting games where it was just about the feeling like you could beat up on people and do it well and do it smoothly, and there wasn't anything complicated in these games. It didn't have these crazy achievement systems and kai point. I'm not even going to talk about the dumb game anymore. A good fighting game was Batman Arkham Asylum. Here was a game that took fighting mechanics where you're surrounded by tons of people, but you could seamlessly flow to hit this guy, and then you could hit that guy, and then the guy behind you, and back to this other guy, and like, it worked perfectly. And yeah, it's button mashing, but like, you felt the sense of accomplishment, and you're stringing together combos and just taking out bad guys and doing it well. Like, you know, clearly the Eidos guys like were able to put together a good fighting system. And I'm even more excited for Arkham City or whatever, the new Batman game that's coming out soon this year. I'm hoping we get a copy over here to review, because I heard they kind of retooled and revamped the fighting system to work even better. And so, you know, it's these games that get me excited about fighting people and beating each other up in kind of an action platforming game, so it's not just, you know, a 2-player duke it out Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat game. And I'm interested, a little curious about the new Mortal Kombat game. It could be horrible. They've reinvented that game so many times. Part of me just wants them to go back and make another version of Mortal Kombat. And Street Fighter 4, I think it was, I lost track. These numbering things, that's a whole different rant. Anyways, Street Fighter 4 was good because they just kind of went back to the basics. you have, you know, some of the combos and some of the super moves, but it's simplified, and it was easy to play and easy to pick up. And if you ever played Street Fighter, you could instantly play another Street Fighter game. So there's this cool thing about fighting games that I enjoy, as long as it's not super complicated. I don't want to have to memorize 8,000 moves, and I want to just be able to do them without being so frustrated that I can't pull off a move over and over. I don't have to remember strings of combos of squares and triangles and crazy stuff that happened when you took fighting games to things. So developers, make it simple, make it fun, and make it work well, and allow me as a player to do what I want to do when I just want to beat up a whole bunch of guys. You know, just do it. So, you know, go out there. Or I want to know what fighting games you guys are like, whether it's kind of platforming games like Batman, or if it's like just the 2-player fighting games like Street Fighter, or, you know, Mortal Kombat or whatever. Let me know in the comments and what you're excited about. Are you excited about for Batman? Are you excited about Mortal Kombat that's coming out soon? Here, we'll go back to the do's. So do subscribe here. Check out if you guys like my reviews. I have more video game stuff coming up. I do have a review of Dance Central coming up, but I got to get a different TV setup so that you guys can see me playing Dance Central. So, yeah, you know, we're on a tripod right now, so for those of you who hate when I hold the camera out in front of me, we're rocking the tripod. I'm tired also, so this was the easiest way to do it. So, there you go. Score one for you guys. We'll do that. I got headphone reviews coming up, and hopefully we're gonna get a Jorby, the stand, the tripod mount Gorilla Pod, to go with the Glyph, which I talked about earlier in one of my Christmas vlogs. So do go out there and subscribe, and do go out there and tell people how horrible this game is. Anyways, but don't go beating up on little kids, because it just doesn't look good at all. So until next time, you guys, I will see you later. Follow me on Twitter, Andrew Seeley. Adios.